Hello. Yes. Ambika, what is the next step, ma? Ambika?
When n is less than 2.
See, we have drawn x1 of n and x2 of n, right? After that, what's the next step? Do I need to keep
In terms
n
of
variable as,
k,
yeah, yes, k. So x1 of k is equal to 1 by 2 power
k.
k. Where that u of n minus 2 gone? In the question you have u of n minus 2, right? Where that has gone? Ambika,
Yes, ma'am.
is my question is clear to you? x1 of n is equal to, your question is 1 by 2 power 1 by 2 power n u of n minus 2, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Where that u of n minus 2 gone, I am asking.
From 2 we are drawing, ma'am, graph.
And what is the specialty of u of n? U of n value is equal to how much?
1.
1. Okay, good. So now we have drawn here in the earlier diagram, we have drawn for x1 of n. But as per the formula of y of n, I should have x1 of k with x2 of n minus k. So for that purpose, I have to draw x1 of k. That means I have to replace n with k. So it is x1 of k equal to 1 by 2 power k. The diagram remains same. Only the variable we are changing it for x1. Whereas for the next diagram, I have to change the diagram itself because the earlier diagram was just x2 of n. But here I want x2 of n minus k as per the formula. The shifted version. You know how to do the shifting. So if it is the positive x-axis, you have to take the values at the negative x-axis. So that is the shifting x2 of n minus k operation. So up to this, everyone I think clear with this. See, after this only, it is a big, a little bit problem. How to analyze from where to where I will get the outputs. All those things we will have the confusion. So I want Suhas to tell me for this problem, Suhas, will I get two outputs y of n like previous problem? Just analyze and tell me. Just see the diagram. I want you to see x1 of k and x2 of n minus k diagram for the previous problem and the previous to previous problem in this problem. Suhas, are you here? Are you there, Suhas?
Yes, ma'am.
Just can you just tell me for this type of diagram, right? You have x1 of k with x2 of k. We are going to multiply it and we are going to sum it. So will I get my outputs y of n in two ways for two different summations? Like previous problem, we had the output y of n for two different summation values. Do we get the same concept here? We will get two outputs here, or we will get only one output for some range of values. I hope you are understanding my question. So here we are doing the analysis. This analysis is very, very important. Suhas, I disconnected. Okay, Sanjay, can you tell me?
I
Sanjay,
don't know.
you don't know. See, previous problem, how the structure was x1 of k, that means x of k and h of k, h of n minus k. Both the samples you had in a similar fashion. Just see the diagram of previous one. Both were at minus x-axis. Is it right? Or anybody
Yes,
understood?
ma'am.
Yes. See, which diagram we have to concentrate? The x1 of k diagram with the shifted diagram of h. See here, I am just moving to the previous problem. See here, x of k and h of n minus k. If you see both the diagrams, I have the same positions where the samples are located. That means minus x-axis. If the diagrams are samples are located at the same places for both the diagrams, then I will get two outputs. So one output depending upon the diagram, here it is from minus infinity to n. I will get one output, and my next output will be from 0 to infinity. Are you getting it? Is this right or
Yes,
wrong?
ma'am.
Yes. But for the current problem which you are solving now, you tell me whether the samples are located in the same places. See, here is your diagram. The samples are located in the same places. You see here it is going infinite towards the positive axis, and for the next diagram it is going towards the negative x-axis, the infinity. So is it occupying the same span? Yes or no? Am I asking such a difficult question? Tejashwini D, can you tell me, ma? Tejashwini. Tejaswini, you are not there. Tejaswini, Suhas, ಇವಾಗ ನೀನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ ಸುಹಾಸ್? Suhas, Harshita, repeat the question, ma'am. Suhasಗೆ. Mic is not working. Suhas lot many problems. ಹರ್ಷಿತಾಗೆ ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್? ಹರ್ಷಿತಾ, ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತಾ? Just tell me whether you are getting this equation which I am highlighting here. Y of n is equal to summation L is equal to 0 to n minus 2, 1 by 2 power L plus 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then after this step, you know very well, we got, see, either we want the formula upper limit with infinity r, it can be in terms of n minus 1 also. So here, since my upper limit is having some number, I cannot convert it into infinity format. So let me keep in the same format, n minus 2 only. So what I will do first, I want to move the constant term outside. So 1 by 2 power L into 1 by 2 power 2. So 1 by 2 power 2 is constant, which will be moving outside. So inside the summation, I will be getting 1 by 2 power L. So here the summation is L is equal to 0 to n minus 2. So here the formula which I am going to apply is, listen, n is equal to 0 to, I have a formula called 0 to n minus 1, alpha power n. Then I will write this as 1 minus alpha power n by 1 minus alpha. Now I want you to just check and get me the answer. Is my power in terms of n minus 1? Here, do I have the power in terms of n minus 1 as per my standard formula? Is it like that or it is not like that? Can I convert this n minus 2 in terms of n minus 1? Can anybody? Yes, Harshita.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know why I have written n minus 2 as n minus 1 minus 1?
To make it in the form of n minus 1, ma'am.
Very good. Okay. So I have successfully made in the form of n minus 1 as per the standard formula. So outside the summation, it is 1 by 2 power 2. That remains same. So inside, I am replacing with the formula now. 1 minus alpha. In place of alpha, I have 1 by 2. So alpha power n minus 1. So in place of capital N, here I have n minus 1. So 1 minus alpha power n. 1 minus alpha power n. So 1 minus 1 by 2 power, in place of n I have n minus 1 divided by 1 minus alpha. So after this, you know the further simplification. I want you to try the simplification by yourself. So successfully I have applied the formula. So my work is done. So in the denominator you have 1 minus half. 1 minus half is half. So that half will go to the numerator as 2. So 1 by 2 the whole square into one single 2. 1 2 will get cancelled. And here in the numerator, I can split this as 1 minus 1 by 2 power n into 1 by 2 power minus 1. So the power I can split it like this. 1 by 2 power n as one term and 1 by 2 power minus 1. So that 1 by 2 power minus 1, you know how to write it. It is just 2. So 1 by 2 inverse 1 by 2 power minus 1. So 1 by 2 power minus 1, how we will write? 1 divided by 1 by 2. If you write 1 divided by 1 by 2, it becomes just 2. So that only I have written here. So finally my answer is 1 by 2 within the bracket 1 minus 1 by 2 power n into 2. So this 1 by 2 I can move it inside the bracket. So it is 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 power n into 2. So again 2 gets cancelled. So simplified answer is 1 by 2 minus of 1 by 2 power n. Have you all completed this problem?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it understandable? So final summary of writing output is important. Y of n is equal to 0 when n is less than 2. Y of n is equal to 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 power n when n is greater than or equal to 2. So instead of writing the output in two lines, one with 0 and other with the output, I can combine it together and I can write with the unit step signal. So this concept we have discussed in previous class, I think the third problem. So I can write it as 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 power n multiplied with u of n minus 2. This minus n minus 2, what it says, my output will start only at n is equal to plus 2. So here it is the same thing. My output will start when n is greater than or equal to 2. Do you have any confusion in writing the y of n in two ways? Y of n I have written in two lines like this, or these two lines can be compressed like this. Is there any doubt in this? Can I consider that you have understood this problem? Yes or no?